So I hit some anterior today, and it was good. It was really good. I actually forgot how much I enjoyed this split. I think I didn't realize how much I enjoyed this split last time I was doing it, mainly because I was at the mine and I just didn't enjoy anything during that time. But I've only done 2 days so far, but it's the 2 days that I'm doing, and I really, really enjoy both of these days. The quick arms at the start of the session doesn't fatigue me at all, and this anterior day is really good. I really, really enjoyed today, and I really, really enjoyed the posterior day yesterday. So tomorrow will be run 2 of posterior, so we'll see how that goes, but I see no reason why I won't enjoy it a whole bunch. I'm pretty excited to go home here because I feel like I definitely said it, but I'm with Auspicious Boulevard now. I'm just an affiliate with them, and they just sent me the whole new drop that just came out. So I'm pretty excited to go home and try this stuff on. I really hope it fits. You know, it'd be pretty depressing if it didn't fit, but I'm really excited to go home and try this shit on. And I'm also really excited because I don't think they're going to be here today, but my new Jordans are going to be here either tomorrow or on the next day, so that's pretty exciting. But it's going good. Everything's going good right now. I'm holding quite a bit of water today. I was really stressed out yesterday just about kind of a whole bunch of shit. I talked about it in the car talk yesterday when that video comes up, by this point it'll have been up already, but I was pretty stressed out about things yesterday. You know, I get stressed out about stuff I can't control because everything I can control, I know I'm doing it to the fullest extent, but if I can't control something, like I can't do anything about it, you know what I mean? So that's like where I get stressed out because that's like almost, I'm sure I'm a bit of a control freak, but that's just how I am, you know. I mean, especially when you have such a locked-in lifestyle, you want to be able to do everything the way you want to do it, right? You don't want to have anything to come up. So when I can't do certain things because of a machine that I can't use or equipment, like that really stresses me out and kind of worries me. But you know, it's just it is what it is. You know, the past couple weeks I've been kind of in a negative mindset, and you know what happens, I can't say that I'm perfect all the time because I'm most definitely not, but when that stuff happens, you gotta go back to what you know. So for me, when I get stressed out, it'll start off as I'll be doing really good. It's the same pattern every single time. I'll be doing good, I'm in a good mood all the time, everything's great. I'll be really close with God, and then one day I'll just like wake up and I just feel like shit. I'm just pissed off at everything. You know, I'm angry, and I stop talking to God, and then I get pissed off and more pissed off and more angry, and then I start talking to God again, and then it gets better. So talking about things that I can control, that's something that I can't really control, or at least I try really hard to, but I'm not good at it, is kind of controlling my mind like that. Like, I think maybe I do have some sort of like bipolar disorder or something. I don't know, because I don't know like what I can do about it. I've tried everything, but what I can do is focus on it once in the moment. When I get angry, when I have these like dark, violent thoughts or these urges to do bad things, like I just have to stick to what I know, and I just gotta talk to God. And I was talking to someone yesterday, Justice, Jude, you guys might know him, but he's been a really, really big role model for me these past 3-4 months. He's been a really big role model for me. He's kind of stepped into my life, and we've talked about it a bit, and I honestly think he was kind of put in my life by like God for a reason, because he's helped me through a lot of shit that I've been going through the past 3 or 4 months, and stuff that's happened a lot long ago, you know, like me getting molested and shit like that, or me trying to kill myself and all that shit. He's been kind of the only person I've ever really been able to talk to in my life about it, that like I've got that like they understood me, you know what I mean? Like they just like, they didn't tell me that they were sorry for me or anything like that. They were just like, yeah, bro, that sucks, and that's like what you're feeling is normal and all this, and kind of the first person to tell me that it's okay kind of thing, you know what I mean? So he's been a huge role model and a really big supporter of mine lately, and he kind of told me, he was like, you know, with your situation, where you are and what you've been through, like obviously you can work harder than anyone, but you're going to need a miracle to kind of help you make this shit happen, whether that's moving to the States, because that's not going to be easy at all, or whatever. You're going to need some sort of miracle. And he was like, you got to have God on your side to do that. And he's also been a really big role model in that sense of pushing me to be closer to God and better with my faith. And you know, it's helped me a lot. He's someone that I can kind of go to right now with whatever. Whenever I'm upset, I'll call him, and he's always there for me, and he always, you know, knows what to say, kind of thing. And obviously, I have my friends like Sadie, and you know, Austin are my friends, but he's just like an older brother, you know what I mean? He's someone with a little more life experience. He's been through a lot too, and you know, someone that can kind of speak to me and understand my situation a bit better, because it's hard, you know, it's hard. And, you know, we've all kind of been through stuff. Sadie's been through so much. And, you know, it's hard. I don't know how to be there for Sadie a lot of the time, because I've never been in her situation, you know what I mean? And it's hard. And she's kind of the same way with me. She does really well, and obviously I love her more than anything on the planet, but it's hard to be there for someone if you don't really understand their situation, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I feel like that's what a lot of us want when we're trying to talk to someone about our problems is, you know, we want someone who can understand us. At least I do. You know, I want someone who can understand what I'm saying and not just tell me they're sorry or that it's going to get better or some stupid shit like that. I want someone that can understand me, you know? And it's hard for me because I think a lot of these, I get really violent and I get a lot of urges to do really harmful things to people. And, you know, I think a lot of that stems from the amount of anger and resentment I have in my heart from getting molested. But, you know, obviously I don't think I'll ever forgive the person that did that to me. And I do hope that person dies. But I can't let one thing that happened in my life take control of the way I think for the rest of my life and make me miserable for the rest of my life, you know what I mean? That's not fair to myself, and I'm never going to get over it if that's kind of the way I go about my life, you know what I mean? And, you know, I do have good things. Like, I have an incredible work ethic, I have good genetics, I'm obviously doing what I'm kind of meant to do, and I just got to be thankful for that and thankful for what I do have, like the friends and support I have. You guys, I'm really thankful for you guys, and just be thankful to God for allowing me to have all this stuff, you know what I mean? And it was really hard for me for a long time to kind of accept God into my life, because I was like, you know, if God is real, why did this fucking terrible thing happen to me with getting molested, you know what I mean? And I know the answer because I've been, you know, I was raised in a Catholic school. I've done Bible study my whole life. I know the answer is that, like, God's greatest gift is free will, whether we use that for good or bad, right? And other people's free will cause harm to other people. I know that's the answer, but that just, like, it's so hard for me to kind of accept things, you know what I mean? And a lot of this year has been me trying to accept what happened, and it's been really hard for me to accept that happened. You know, I've lived in denial about it, or I wouldn't say denial, but I don't even know what. I've lived in this kind of state of hiding it for so long and hiding it from myself for so long and just shoving it behind these doors and hoping it goes away. But it's not going to. And I know that. And a lot of this year has been about me trying to accept, like, the past and what's happened in my life. And it's not easy at all. It's really hard to move on. It's really hard to forget about things and, you know, truly just accept that it is what it is. You know, I mean, it's definitely, you know, helped shape me into the person that I am now, but, you know, I wish that never happened to me, you know. especially being at such a young, kind of vulnerable state that I was in. But I know if it weren't for that, I wouldn't be pushed the way I'm pushed, you know? And I do think that, you know, it did a lot in shaping me towards who I am. Regardless of how good it is or how bad it is, we are what we've been through, you know what I mean? And I honestly think too, like, kind of all of that, how that's happened to me has given me such a strong sense of integrity, because I was led on and misled so hard by this person, and done so wrong by, like, they did me so wrong. And it's given me such a strong sense of integrity, because I will never be like that, you know what I mean? I'll always have my word. That's kind of what my dad always told me growing up, is you only have one thing in life. There's nothing more important than a man's word. And, you know, I mean, I've said this a bunch, but all I can really do at the end of the day is just wake up in the morning and try and be better for myself and try and be a better person, right? And, that's what I'm doing. I was pretty disappointed in myself, because this last couple of weeks I've let my own thoughts and negative energy, affect how I treat Sadie. I've been pretty distant to her this past couple of weeks, and that's not fair to her at all, especially when she's in such a hard state of prep. And I was really disappointed in myself for that, and that kind of made me realize, like, fuck, I gotta get it together here, because it's not fair to let my shit impact between what's going on between me and her. And I really, really struggle a lot to talk about my feelings. Like, I can talk about my feelings after the fact. Like, I'm not upset right now, but if I was upset right now, I wouldn't be able to talk about how I was feeling, you know what I mean? So when I'm upset and she tries to talk to me, I can't even tell her what's wrong, because I can't, like, even if I wanted to tell her, like, I wouldn't be able to talk the words. Like, I just blank out, you know what I mean? And I just, like, I can't talk about my problems. It's like, I don't know. It's just one of them things where it's like, I can't really do anything about it. I don't know. You know what I mean? And it's hard, because, you know, I want to talk to her about it, and I want her to know that it's nothing to do with her, and I'll tell her this, that it's nothing to do with her. But you know how chicks are. I mean, anyone would be overthinking if their partner's distant, right? And I don't like being like that. I don't like being that kind of a boyfriend. I want to be there for her all the time. I want her to be happy all the time, and I want to be a good boyfriend to her, right? So it's hard. You know, it's never gonna get easier. Well, it will. I just have to work on it, you know. And I kind of say the same to you guys, is like, you gotta just learn to accept some things, you know what I mean? If you spend your whole life angry and fucking filled with hate, what does that get you at the end of the day? You know what I mean? If I'm in a good mood all day and I'm, you know, going my day about a normal way, that's a lot better than me just being pissed off all day, because that doesn't get me anywhere. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, nothing changes for what I did. I did the same shit. I went to work, I ate my meals, I go to the gym, I come home. You know what I mean? I may as well try and be in a good mood, because it's only gonna make my day worse if I'm in a shitty fucking mood all day, right? So that's kind of how I'm looking at myself. It's just hard, because I tell myself this shit every single time. I've had this fucking conversation with myself so many fucking times of the same shit over and over, you know? But it's just like, I just get upset and I just can't control it. Like, I just, like, fucking lose it, you know? And it's so frustrating, because I'll be doing so good, and then I don't even know what happens. Like, it's like I literally have no idea what happens. All of a sudden, I'm just fucking pissed off and upset, and it's just like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know what to do, you know what I mean? So it's really hard like that. And I don't know if it, like, stems from shit in the past or what, but it's hard. But, you know, every day I'm trying, and I gotta be close with the Lord. I think that's my biggest thing, because whenever I'm close with the Lord and He's in my life a lot, I'm doing good. And whenever I stop being close with Him, that's when it happens. And that's, you know, the way it is. You know, it's shitty, but that's the way it is. So I'm not one to like put my faith onto anyone else or, you know, tell anyone that they have to believe what I believe. I'm totally against that. You can do whatever you want. I'm just saying, like, this is what helps me, you know what I mean? So whether you want to learn from me and, you know, try it, and some people might be like, oh, well, I don't know where to start. And there's no real way to start. When I pray, I don't talk to God any different than I'm talking to the camera right now. I talk the exact same way. The only difference is I'm going to ask him for help. I'm going to ask him to give me strength, to give me courage, to give me patience, to help me be a better person, to not judge people, to be more positive. You know, I'm going to ask him to help me motivate and inspire you guys. And it's just stuff like that. Like, it's literally just talk to him, you know? Just talk about what's up in your life. You don't even have to talk to him. You just let him know that you're trying to reach out, and you'll figure it out, you know what I mean? And it's hard. It's really hard, you know? It's really hard. And I know a lot of people, this is kind of a really good argument for a lot of people. Say I don't believe in God, and I'm an atheist, and I deny God my whole life, and I die and I go to hell. Or say I believe in God my whole life. Either I go to heaven or I die and nothing happens. You know what I mean? So you don't really get anything out of not believing him. And whether you want to believe it or not, you know, all I would say to you is try praying for 30 days straight, twice a day. You know, in the morning, at night. I like to pray before work. I don't like to pray first thing in the morning just because I'm kind of grouchy in the first thing in the morning. And, you know, I'm pretty quick to it. I'm getting up and doing my check-ins. But try praying twice a day, you know, whether it's before work, before school, whatever. And then before bed, you know, or before the gym or whatever. And, you know, you don't have to. This is just, you can't diss it till you try it. You know what I'm saying? You can't say you don't like it until you try it. So give it 30 days. And, you know, if you don't like it, you know, well, you tried. And, you know, if you like it, it's probably going to change your life. So that's all I can really say about it. But I'm starving, guys. I'm going to go eat my sweet potatoes and my ground beef. But I love you guys so much. I hope everyone's having a good day. And I hope everyone has a great lift. And whatever they're doing is good today. And they go kill it. And I love you guys tons. And hope you enjoy the lift.
Unless wheel him off right through in the video.